calling you a radical, Kevin Blanch. This is what we're here fighting for, is the birthplace of all creatures, all Earth's creatures. The mighty blue Pacific is cultures for millions of years have worshipped this, the mighty blue lady. But our culture, our generation will be viewed as the most sickening, grotesque culture for time and all eternity. The only culture in history that has disrespected the mighty blue Pacific and all its inhabitants and all its, the greatest food basket in the world, the greatest the birthplace of all humanity. When I was in the bone marrow transplant center, dying, my little 2-year-old granddaughter at the time, little baby Ella, comes in. She says, "Here, Grandpa." I was going in a coma that day. She says, "Here, put that in your hand." We know that a lot of cultures historically have said, put a stone in your pocket. Always put a stone in your pocket. Keep to pull it out and remember what matters. You pull that rock out, and there's reasons for that. And logic, rational reason, the environment. So she gives me the rock, and I'm going into a coma that night. I had it and I was dying. Celeste says, she was the head of the bone marrow transplant for 26 years. She says, "You know, Red 10 ever seemed to live in here." Critical for 280. I've kept the rock the whole time. I've traveled the whole country with the Central Line. I've been up and down on the waters from day one. I've been on the Pacific from freaking day one. You know, I get calls from all over, from everybody, on who and where and when. So I asked her the other day, her first day of kindergarten was yesterday, here a little while back. I'm like, "Baby Ella, where did you get that rock?" And she says, "I finally remember where I got the rock, Grandpa." She says, "I got it at the Hansen Planetarium." I'm like, "Oh, it's a piece of a meteor." I mean, there's reasons. Our spirits can be strong if we let them be strong, but when we abuse the ocean like this, you don't think there's a consequence for that? Your spirit's not strong. It just shows you how weak that the human spirit as a collective people has become. And I'm here to tell you, we're all connected. The jet stream tells me so. Fukushima is what connects us. It puts it back into reality, what Steinbeck said over and over. We simply went from the we to the I. I say we went from the we to the I, back to the we, to the capital I. This is a self-indulged, grotesque culture that does not understand that we are connected whether you want to be or not. Fukushima is the great equalizer, and it connects us all. It connects us all. We are all the same entity on this small globe, and the earth is round. I started wearing this headband when the chemo burned through my head, and I was down here, you know, right after Fukushima happened, paying my respects when I was very, very sick, you know. By the way, Janelle and I did some really great yoga on the beach every morning down here on Pacific Beach. There's still a few, you know, she gets into it, boy. She knows how to tap into that energy, even though Fukushima's poisoning it. You know, the ocean's going to fight back. You know, I like what George Carlin used to say. You know, you creeps think you can just handle this environment, this earth, it's going to flick you off like a flea. It's going to flick us two-legged, beer-drinking mammals off like fleas. And like you said, Lori, you said there's the one of the really endangered species in California, one of the endangered mammals, the biggest endangered mammal that Fukushima is really killing and wiping out is the marine biologist and the oceanographer and the activist and the person. I mean, we were over there, the hearing yesterday, the cops all over me. I mean, I can't believe how I got attacked. I mean, this cop comes right up to me, "Oh, fuck you, Kevin Blanch," you know, feds. For every activist there, they had fucking 10, 15 cops. There were U.S. Marshals there, fucking undercover fucking cops there, San Diego. I mean, San Diego PD comes up with me in bulletproof fucking vests. People tell me you couldn't protest. I said, "No, fuck, I can't fucking protest here. What the fuck are you talking about?" You know, these people have fucking lost their minds. You know, and he's like, I Navy for 22 years. I says, "Yeah, okay." They volunteered. They didn't volunteer to go get fucking nuked, just like I didn't volunteer to get fucking leukemia. I didn't volunteer to sign up. I fought back against San Onofre. I fought back against Diablo. I fought back fucking all of them from the day I was fucking born. You want to radiate me and give me fucking leukemia before I'm even born? And you want to do that to your kids? You want to do it to the mighty blue Pacific? This is going to be the most hated culture in the history of fucking humanity. You arrogant fucks. You don't give a fuck. Well, I got news for you. You know, as our spirits fucking take their next place. Einstein. I still love Einstein. People can badmouth him all they want, but I love him because of his artistic side of him. He had a dream that fucking light bent. You know, and Campbell up there on the top, Campbell didn't believe in him. By the way, that was the, you know, in your head the day World War started, Campbell here. It was a peace activist. It was Eddington who believed in him and proved it. He said that energy never ceases to exist. And the human soul and the human body is made of energy. So where's it go? I tell you where you're going to go. All you fuck black and yellow journalistic fucking whores. You fucking rape artists. You're fucking energy. And you're never going to survive cancer. You will never survive. I've watched you fucking creatures. When you get cancer, you're going to fucking die. And you're going to fucking be sucked into a black hole for time and all eternity. And this fucking mighty blue Pacific's going to make sure that happens to you. The powers that this thing has, the energy that has healed me, I've tapped into it. I used to stand naked out in my backyard, let the sun beam right on the fucking cancer tumor at sunset. I'd go through this whole ritual fucking because I understand that the environment kills you, the environment fucking heals you. It is all about, I tapped into the sun, I tapped into all this. I started wearing this because they were surrounding, the chemo burned through the top of my head, but it's more than that now. It means so much more. Blue. Blue. Stay tuned.